Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please stand for the processional and remain standing for the invocation and our national anthem.
Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Lori Cook Benjamin, and I have the privilege to serve as Doane University's Interim Chief Academic Officer. Welcome to our graduates. Also, welcome to our families, friends, Doane University faculty and staff. In large ways and small, they all helped you, our graduates, to reach this important milestone in your life. At this time, I ask Quinn Martin to come forward for the invocation. Please remain standing, and gentlemen, we ask that you remove your caps for the invocation and national anthem.
All right. Let us create a prayer together. This is a calling to those of all beliefs and identities to join together to set an intention for this ceremony. Let us acknowledge that we gather on the traditional land of the Pawnee and Sioux peoples. We honor with gratitude to the land itself and her stewards through the generations as we strive to live in harmony with the earth and all living beings. Let us invite the holy into our celebration today. At the center of this gathered community dwells the sacred. We are the prayer, each of us. At the center of this gathered community dwells the sacred. We welcome the many presences here, each person journeying to this moment for their own path and purpose. Spirit of ages and holy mystery, be present to us as we gather in celebration. Be with us in joyful greetings and in bittersweet farewells. Now I invite each of us to silently add a moment of prayer or reflection. And now, let us bring our reflection or prayer to a close, each in our own way.
Thank you, Quinn. Sarah Daly, will you please come forward for the singing of the national anthem?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
That was beautiful. Please be seated. It is now my distinct honor to introduce the president of Doane University, whose new nickname is Lucky 13th President. Everyone, please help me welcome President Roger Hughes.
Thank you to the Doane Brass Ensemble and Dr. Gilbert for playing at commencement today. Also, thank you, Quinn Martin, for giving the invocation, Sarah Daly for that beautiful rendition of the national anthem and leading in our musical selections. It's my pleasure to welcome everyone to the 11th annual winter commencement at Doane University. We gather here on our Creek campus to celebrate this monumental achievement, one that will change the trajectory of your lives as well as your family's lives. Through your hard work, perseverance, and intellectual accomplishments, you have earned your doctorate, specialist, master's, bachelor's of arts, or bachelor's of science degrees. No other graduating class has had to persevere through a pandemic that forced us all to pivot in so many ways. But as with any challenge, there are also hidden opportunities. We've all been forced to think and act differently. The challenges we have and are currently facing have forced us to examine the way we've always done things and to evolve into how many new ways can we do things. We hope your Doane experience has exceeded your expectations. Your very presence here as a graduate speaks to your self-sacrifice, your work ethic, your intellectual acuity, and the fact that you've learned that success cannot be achieved without failure, and that greatness cannot be achieved if you are satisfied. You learned this because at Doane, we build leaders. No leader is successful by themselves. Every successful leader has a team behind them who supported, nurtured, kicked them in the seat of their pants when they needed motivation, or picked them up after failure, gave the necessary hugs and the encouragement needed to get started. Those who provided that support to one of these today's graduates, thanks so much for your investment, and you get a special welcome from me here to Doane University. And now, it is my pleasure to introduce and welcome one of Doane's own today's commencement speaker, Dr. Jamar Dorsey. Dr. Dorsey's bio is in the program. Some highlights of that bio include these. Dr. Dorsey has served many roles, building pathways to success in populations who have been marginalized. He is a graduate of Grambling State University, where he earned both his undergraduate and master's degrees. He played in the offensive line as a guard and a center, so you know he is used to taking the workload on himself for the rest of the team. He received his administrative certification from the University of Nebraska-Omaha and his doctorate of education from here at Doane University. Dr. Dorsey serves on numerous community boards, including the Concord Mediation Center, the City of Omaha Human Rights and Relations Board, and the Great Plains Black History Museum Board. And in his spare time, he volunteers with the Iowa Western Community College football team as their FCA director. Please join me in welcoming one of our own, Dr. Dorsey.
Well, good afternoon. Thank you to President and Mrs. Hughes for a great reception earlier this morning, to the administration, faculty, and staff of Doane University. I want a special thanks to my wife for being here, who truly is my support and backbone. To all the parents and grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, family members, friends who supported the 2021 graduates here today, thank you. But most importantly, thank you to the Doane 2021 graduating class for persevering and making it to this moment. Give yourselves a big hand. I want to briefly talk just a little bit to you graduates today and to all the family members listening about becoming activated. Now, we have witnessed and seen a lot of things that have transpired over your journey, you graduates, as you come to this point here today. And if we go back and just think a mere 2 years ago and think about where we were in the winter of 2019. In the winter of 2019, there were some things that we didn't have to deal with at that time. It was masks. We weren't talking about masks in the winter of 2019. But since that time to today, there's been a few obstacles and barriers that all of you have had to overcome to be here today. You think about in the spring, right around March of 2020, and the COVID took place, and it altered or changed our course of action forever. You think about the summer of 2020, and because we were all standing still, we got to witness firsthand the murder of George Floyd. And then you go a little bit further along that journey of 2020, and you go to the fall, and you think about, for some of you, you started to figure out, I'm in process of obtaining this degree. I'm in process of matriculating here at Doane University. What is that going to look like for me? And so all these things in the last calendar year, almost 2 years, you've had to go through to get to this seat today. And then you think about this moment. And in this very moment, no matter what pathway you took to be where you are today, you are an exceptional person. The sacrifices, the things that you had to give up to be here today, you are an exceptional person. And the thing about Doane University is Doane is one big family. And we celebrate each other's successes here at Doane. But Doane is no different than any other family. And in that family, there's a few obstacles. In that family, there's some people, when you see them coming, you turn your head and say, who invited Uncle such and such? Or who told cousin such and such about this event? But this is a special event. You deserve to be here. So become activated now. Now that you're here at this transitional point, what does that look like? How can you become activated in this time? We have no idea what 2022 is going to look like. In December of 2019, we never thought that the next 2 years would look quite like they have. But there are 3 things that we can use and that you can use to become activated here today with your degree from Doane University. Number 1, communication. Communication is so very, very important. And we found ways to communicate with folks over the last 2 years that we didn't think would be possible. Through Zoom or FaceTime or Google Hangout or some app that hasn't even been created yet. But in that communication, we know that we have to be clear and concise about what we are trying to communicate. So I challenge you today, as you transition and activate your degree here, how will you communicate to the greater area, to the greater region, to our state, and to our country what you want to accomplish? The other key is have a conscience. Be aware. Know exactly who you are in the spaces that you occupy, and never be afraid to stand up and celebrate what you represent. As we talked about your journey to your unique places, never be afraid to be aware of the environment and the impact you will have by being conscious. Be awake. Be aware. Don't be afraid to be exactly who you are in that station. And the third C here in becoming activated is simply commitment. Be committed to whatever your cause is. Be committed to all the work that you've put in. But most importantly, I'm going to challenge you here today on that commitment. As you celebrate your success today, I'm going to challenge you to be committed to growing the family of Doane University. Be committed to being the best person you can possibly be. Be committed to being okay with things that you don't know or situations that may make you feel uncomfortable. Be committed to making sure that the seat you sit in, there's access for someone else to sit in that seat and to pull up a chair next to you. Be committed to that. And so you might say, I'm ready to become activated, but I still don't know what else there is to do. As the celebrations happen today, and please celebrate because you definitely deserve it, there will be a reflection time. And in that reflection time, and as the calendar turns from 2021 to 2022, you'll find out what your unique niche is in the space that you occupy. You may even find out the space that you occupied in 2021 you no longer need to be there in 2022, and that's okay. But as I reflect and I think about the last 2 years, and I think about this moment right here and being activated, it's been very unique. I was driving down the road with my youngest son, and there was a picture on a billboard, and it was an outline of Jesus Christ. And he looked over at me as we were driving, and he said, "Dad," he said, "what's the difference between spirit and soul?" And I looked back at him like many of us parents do, and I said, really smart answer, a really smart response I gave him. I said, "Well, son, I don't know. You tell me." So I put it back in his court. And something magical happened in that moment. He said, "Well, I don't quite know, but I'll give it a stab." I said, "Well, go for it. Become activated. Become active. Give it a stab." And he said, "Well, I think the spirit is what gets you to move." I said, "Okay, I can go along with that." I said, "Well, then what is soul, son?" And he said, "Your soul is how you feel when the spirit moves you." If we were in church, you would say, "Amen, it's all right." So I tell you graduates today that the key that you will grab right here momentarily is your spirit. It's the things that got you up in the morning to complete your degree. It's the motivation by all the support that you have here today. That's the spirit. That's the essence of the seat you sit in right now. That's the essence of everything you put yourself through. But your soul will respond if you don't use that spirit in a way that moves us forward. My challenge to you all today is to make sure that this isn't the last time you celebrate. Next time we get together, all of you graduates should be celebrating because you used that degree, you activated that degree to bring somebody else along, to encourage somebody else, to make Doane a better place, to make our country a better place. And so in closing, I will challenge you to do this. Become active. Be activated in the spaces that you occupy. When I had an opportunity to meet President Hughes for the first time on the Omaha campus, they established that day an alumni referral scholarship program. We challenge you to tell people about Doane, but more importantly, to get them to utilize the resources here, because it is a very, very special place. So to the 2021 graduates of Doane University, I celebrate you. I am humbled and truly honored that I had an opportunity to share briefly with you on your very, very special day. Become active. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Dorsey, for being with us today and for sharing that uplifting message. Will all the candidates who are to receive doctoral degrees please rise and remain standing? Dr. Hughes, on behalf of the faculty, I certify that the candidates who are present have completed all of their academic requirements and are entitled to receive their Doctor of Education degree today.
Graduates, upon recommendation of the faculty, by vote of the Board of Trustees, and by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the state of Nebraska, I confer upon you the degree of Doctorate of Education, together with all the rights, privileges, honors, and responsibilities pertaining thereto.
Will Dr. Timothy Fry, Dean of the College of Education, please come to the podium?
We will now begin the Doctorate of Education I will read the names, and Dr. Marilyn Johnson-Farr, Professor of Education, and Dr. Kate Summervold, the Director of the Doctorate of Education program, will do the hooding. Stacy Ramick King, her dissertation entitled Managing Dynamite, Internal and External Influences that Guide Rural Elementary Teachers Working with Students with Emotional and Behavioral Disorders. She writes, I would dedicate this doctorate to my parents, who instilled in me the value of education and the dignity of work, and to my daughters, who taught me how to love unconditionally. Renisha S. Love, her dissertation entitled Keeping the Torch Held High, Single Parents' Journey to Prevent Parental Burnout. Her dedication reads, it's important to have the support from friends and family when taking this journey. I just want to thank my loved ones who have supported me throughout my journey. And Sarah E. Zabrowski-Gates in absentia.
Will all the candidates who are to receive graduate degrees please rise and remain standing? Dr. Hughes, on behalf of the faculty, I certify that the candidates who are present have completed all of their academic requirements and are entitled to receive their respective graduate degree today.
Graduates, upon recommendation of the faculty, by the vote of the Board of Trustees, and by the virtue of authority vested in me by the state of Nebraska, I confer upon you the degree of Education Specialist, Master of Education in Curriculum and Instruction, Master of Arts in School Counseling, Masters of Arts in Management, Masters of Arts in Counseling, Master of Business Administration, Master of Science in Technology, Design, and, Master of Science in Instructional Design and Technology, together with all the rights, privileges, honors, and responsibilities pertaining thereto.
Will all the candidates except for the education specialists please sit down? I now ask Dr. Mitchell Kubicek, Associate Adjunct Professor, to please come to the podium.
Good afternoon. At this time, we will now begin the Education Specialist degree. I will read the names as Dr. Melissa Polonczyk, College of Education Lead Adjunct Professor, does the hooding. Kimberly K. Barron. Amy Beth Christ. Jennifer Haar. Jason D. Hippen. Stephanie Marie Horning. Glenn Stewart Jagels. Heath Joseph Johnson. Sean Francis Malloy. Russell Scott Olson. John Brandon Strom. Joshua Warren. Congratulations, Education Specialist graduates. Next on our program is Jody Green, Director of the Master of Education in School Counseling Program.
We will now begin the Master of Education in Curriculum and Instruction degree. I will read the names as Deborah Studo does the hooding. Caitlin Aluli. Clarissa Alejandra Almazan. Alyssa Grace Bear. Kirsten Suzanne Bank. Brianna Marie Bankson. Kelsey L. Bow. Jeffrey Michael Brooks. In absentia, Abby Brown. Braden Haley Brownell. In absentia, Angela Ann Byrne. Leanne Renee Campbell. Daniel Joseph Karaher. Samantha R. Sapluski. Sydney Daly. Paul Walker Dewey, in absentia. Victoria Engquist. Emily Olivia Helena Fabel. Megan Frush. Stephanie K. Geiser. Trudy L. Gottlob. Allison Renee Graham. JC Jordan Hartman. Jacob Hasty, in absentia. Adeline R. Havacost. Miranda Lynn Home. Justin Lynn Horner, in absentia. Laura Michelle Ideas, in absentia. Rachel Jenkinson. Amanda Jo Leanne Johnson. Kenzie Evelyn Neeland. Tasia Dale Krecklow. Lauren Hope Lindgren. Taylor Lynn Litke. Jessica Ann Lohr. Jennifer Louise McCullough. Kay Leela Meisenberg. Julie K. Molt. Michelle Lynn Ness. Madison Marie Niemeyer. Bisi Oyinlade. Tiara Leanne Parks.
Congratulations, BC.
Alicia Ritchie. In absentia. Angela Marie Satori. Caitlin Ann Smith. Kayla Stoppert. Edith K. Stutzman. Jill Kristen Taylor. Leah Leray Tokel. In absentia. Jennifer Anastasia Ewell. I would now like to introduce Deb Studo, Director of the Master of Education in Curriculum and Instruction.
We will now begin the Master of Education in School Counseling degree. I will read the names as Jody Green does the hooding. Mackenzie K. Bertrand, in absentia. Sydney R. Kaiser, in absentia. Kathleen Ann Meredith. Aaron Michael Newyear. Ashton V. Wollenberg. I would now like to introduce Jean Kilnowski, Assistant Professor of the Master of Arts in Counseling program.
We will now begin the Master of Arts in Counseling degree. I will read the names, and Dr. Courtney East, Director of the Master of Arts in Counseling program, will do the hooding. Gloria K. Christian. Rachel Noel Despain. Cassandra A. Finkner. Kenzie H. McFadden. Seth Daniel Shelton. Christine Lynn Vadava. I would like to introduce Dr. A.J. Charadia, Director of Master of Business Administration program.
We will now begin the Master of Arts in Management degrees. I will read the names as Dr. Dana Miller, Director of Developing Leader Coaches Capstone, does the hooding. Rebecca Lynn Alt. Angela K. Dennison. Zuen Din. Amber Danette Knapp. Sherry Lawton. Danielle Maganda Sandoval. Jacqueline Ardis Cynthia Lee Perriott. Lacey Marie Woolsey. Natasha Ibarra. Congratulations to those in the Masters in Management and Masters in Arts of Management program. We will now begin the Master of Business Administration degree. I will read the names as Dr. Milo does the hooding. Hiwan Adamu. Jema Jean Osdemore. Miranda Cora Ayala. Cole William Bruns. Luis Guillermo Castaneda Vasquez. Ashley M. Davidson, in absentia. Lucas Glenn Frem, in absentia. Whitney Fritzsinger. Roberto Garcia. Wendy J. Huffman. Timothy Joseph Keller, in absentia. Maximilian Sostin Kimde. Albert Oschudu Long. Tina Marlene Mormon. Grace Catherine Mosier. Orion Schroeder, in absentia. Zachary P. Witters. Congratulations, Masters of Business Administration students. Graduates. We will now begin the Master of Science in Instructional Design and Technology degree. I will read the names as Dr. Deborah Meyer, Director of Instructional Design and Technology Program, does the hooding. Taylor Akioka. James W. Means, Jr. Michael Joseph Pensick. Congratulations, Master of Science in Instructional Design and Technology graduates.
Will all the candidates who are to receive their baccalaureate degrees please rise and remain standing? Dr. Hughes, on behalf of the faculty, I certify that the candidates who are present have completed all of their academic requirements and are entitled to receive their baccalaureate degree.
Graduates, upon the recommendation of the faculty, by vote of the Board of Trustees, and by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the state of Nebraska, I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Science or Bachelor of Science in Nursing, together with all the rights, privileges, honors, and responsibilities pertaining thereto.
I now ask Dr. Pedro Maligo, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, to come to the microphone.
Graduates, please take a seat until your roll is released. Thank you. Kenny Solomon Adam Bakit, magna cum laude. Alexander Allen. Triana Anderson. Valerie Avila. Tony Banks. Frank Barajas de Loa IV. Cooper Bates. Francisca Beltrán. Mirza Botic. Amanda Boyer. Ariel Brockmeyer. Sydney Brooks in absentia. Pedro Caldeira. Isaiah Celestine. Reed Creek. Nicole Cubas. Monica Fees. Ellison Fletcher. Melissa Gross. Keenan Haberlin. Jackson Harry in absentia. Antonio Jackson. Jamie Jarnigan. Shingire Kamuchika. Cole Kepler. Tut Ket. Carly Kozu. Brenda Larson. Briley Lobby. Lisa Lawrence. Ava Mackey, magna cum laude. Quinn Martin. Autumn Minus. Eric Nielsen. William Norris, summa cum laude. Trevor Preventure. Robert Dwight Reese II, magna cum laude. Daniel Reimer. Gilberto Rodriguez. Kristen Rutt. Matthew Savage in absentia. Nicholas Schickert. Courtney Schindler in absentia. Michael Schomer, summa cum laude. Heather Sheets. Brooklyn Stera. Caden Tice. And Samantha Verbka in absentia. Congratulations to all graduates.
Again, my congratulations to the graduates and to the families and friends that supported them while they're pursuing their degrees. Well done. I know everyone's anxious for the celebration to begin, but it's also the president's job to offer just a little bit of advice before we send you on your way. With your Doane degree, you are now part of a 149-year history, and you are joining a group of distinguished Doane alumni all over the world. And as I said in my welcome, we build leaders, which means, as graduates, you are built to lead. And as you engage your fellow Doane alumni, you now know they are also built to lead. So here are 5 things I ask everyone to remember as they leave this place, as you leave your house each day to go to work or your apartment, or as you enter your office. Number 1, faith. Faith in your God, faith in yourself, faith in your calling, faith in your team. Keep the faith, because you are built to lead. Number 2, don't believe the hype. You're not as good when you win, nor as bad when you lose as the world or people will tell you. You will be constantly bombarded with white noise. Block it out. Focus on what really matters. Keep the most important thing the most important thing. Keep your humility, because you are built to lead. Number 3, make things better. Wherever you go, whatever you do, leave it better than you found it. Every person you come in contact with, make them better. Too many people want to gripe about what's wrong, but you don't see them doing anything about it. When you see something wrong, roll up your sleeves and do something about it. Because if you help someone, and that person goes on to help another person in turn, and that continues, I believe in the butterfly effect. I believe we will change the world. Don't be passive, because you are built to lead. Number 4, hard work and perseverance trump talent every time. Hard work and perseverance trump talent every time. That's pretty self-explanatory. You have both great work ethic and perseverance, because you are built to lead. Number 5, the strong take from the weak, but the smart take from the strong. The strong take from the weak, but the smart take from the strong. You are Doane graduates. You are built to lead. You are smart and you're strong. We take from everybody. Again, congratulations to the graduates. Thanks so much to all the families and friends for coming. Have a very happy holiday season. Merrill will ring and go Tigers. Congrats again. Now, if I could call on Sarah Daly, please to come forward. All please stand and join in the singing of the Doane hymn found in your programs, and remain standing while Jemae Ostamore comes forward for the benediction.
We are the prayer. As we leave the sacred center where we met for a moment in time at Doane University, may we be the prayer that goes forth. May we embrace this time of transition and remember that we are connected by gratitude for the experiences and knowledge that have formed us. May we honor both unique differences and shared values discovered among our peers and mentors, those that both inspired and challenged us. May the knowledge and friendships here push us bravely to continue learning in the next steps of our journeys. We are the prayer. May this time of transition lead to transformation, allowing us to become all we are to be. So be it. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please remain seated until all of the graduates return to the arena after the processional. Marshals, please prepare for the recessional.
Mr. Marshall. Mr. President.